want to follow along with any of my videos in the future, then you'll have to watch this one, as it is a beginner's guide to roller coasters. Now, if you know anything about roller coasters, then you'll know that they're powered by gravity. But it's a lot more than that. There are 3 main manufacturers, and they have a lot of coaster models. Like, a lot. And I'm making this video solely for the purpose, so you're not left yourself questioning your existence when I say that RMC T-Rex is going to look sick, or that RMC Hybrid looks absolutely incredible. So you're not kicking yourself because you don't know enough about roller coasters. Now, from this point on, I'm going to expect that you guys know all of these models, and I'll just talk about them like it's normal language from now on. But I think this is really needed because I talk about a lot of roller coaster models, and I don't want you guys to be questioning what they are and go and Googling them. Instead, I worked hard for this video. So, in that case, I will love you guys to subscribe. That would be awesome, especially if you like this video. Go ahead and drop a like. That would be absolutely awesome, and I absolutely love your support. And if you could comment down below what your favorite roller coaster manufacturer is, that'd be great, because it really varies from person to person, so I would like to see your opinions. But without further ado, let's get right on into the video. Our first manufacturer on the list, we have the Swiss manufacturer Intamin. This is known to be the most revolutionary roller coaster manufacturer that there is, even more so than RMC and B&M. Intamin always finds a way to break a record, as they've built the only 3 strata coasters above 400 feet, Top Throw Dragster, Superman Escape from Krypton, and King Dakar. And they have the record for the fastest roller coaster, Formula Rosa, at 150 miles an hour. That is crazy. With these launches, there are downsides with their unreliability, but that doesn't take away from the fact that these launches are something else. Their main 2 launches are hydraulic launches and LSM launches. Both are amazing, but I personally think that LSM launches are smoother. But hydraulic launches definitely go faster. But I also really like Intamin's aggression. B&M is known for being more tame than any other manufacturer. RMC is known for being a bit rough, but Intamin, it's aggressive. Take Skyrush, take Intimidator 305, take El Toro. They're all amazing with their intensity. Overall, Intamin always revolutionizes the coaster industry. They've created world record-breaking coasters time and time again, and their launches are just so awesome. And everyone agrees that their intensity is not on par with anyone else. They're just so far above and beyond about advancements that I think they are the best roller coaster manufacturer. A lot of people disagree, but in my personal opinion, they're the best. Again, let me know down in the comments below. The second manufacturer that we will be talking about is B&M. B&M is known for their glossy smooth rides and their reliability. Their reliability is the reason why big chains like Six Flags and Cedar Fair always want to work with them. Every coaster model that they make, and they have a lot, is always loved, except maybe the stand-up model. They always play it safe, and in some industries, that's a bad thing. But in the roller coaster industry, that just means that all of their models are amazing. All of their stand-up coasters have mostly been converted to floorless coasters, but I'll get into a bit of more detail about those later. B&M has so many coaster models, and unlike Intamin, I can talk a lot about them. And they're all about the same ride aggressiveness, so I don't really need to talk about that. So, anyway. B&M's coaster models are awesome. All of them, except the stand-up, but that has recently been terminated. Their biggest hit is their B&M Hypers. B&M Hypers are always known to be smooth, and as Theme Park Crazy once said, you can never go wrong with a B&M Hyper. He would happen to be right, as all of them are really good. Another one is a B&M Giga. It's just a coaster that is between 300 and 399 feet tall, and Gigas always have a lot of speed and the aggressiveness. And they have the wing coaster, where it was revolutionized by Intamin, but B&M really made it popular. They have 2 seats on either side of the track, so it just makes for some awesome experiences. Then there's the flying coaster, where they tilt you forward and you go about the track, so your belly is facing to the ground. There's the dive coaster, where at the top they will hang you down and they will stop you. And then about a few seconds later, they will drop you at a 90-degree angle. Then they have the B&M invert, where they hold the train under the track, and it makes for some awesome experiences. There's also the B&M floorless, which only except from the top 2, they're not really that popular. But yeah, those are the main coaster models that they have. They're all very reliable. They all make up for different experiences. The B&M Giga might be better than the B&M Hyper, but you can always count on a B&M Hyper to be super smooth. B&M dive coasters have the best drops in the world. No one can disagree with that. B&M wing coasters, it feels like your legs are dangling and you're about to fall out, and it makes for some scary drops. The B&M inverts are very aggressive. The B&M floorless always have a lot of loops. And yeah, that's basically it for B&M. And they're a great manufacturer, and there's a reason why so many people like working with B&M. On to the next one. Our third and final manufacturer we are going to be talking about is RMC, or Rocky Mountain Constructions. RMC is at a lot of people's #1 for best manufacturer, and I can see that. I just haven't ridden enough of their greatest. Sure, I've ridden Twisted Colossus, Twisted Timbers, and those are great rides, but I have a lot more in my future. I haven't ridden Steel Vengeance, Zadra, Iron Gwazi. I just haven't ridden enough of them yet. And did you notice that all of the coasters that I mentioned are RMC hybrids? Well, let me explain what those are. RMC hybrids they have a wooden base, but they have steel track, as you can see on Iron Gwazi and Steel Vengeance. These coasters are really good. For a wooden coaster, they're all really smooth because of their steel track and are packed with tons of airtime and compact elements. I've experienced this on Twisted Timbers and Twisted Colossus, and I can already see what a bigger scale like Steel Vengeance will be like. So, that is not it for RMC though. RMC is the future of the 500-foot coaster, the Terra Coaster, because of their single rail model. It is called an RMC Raptor. An RMC Raptor is single rail. It's exactly how it sounds. It runs on one rail. And they are Railblazer at California's Great America, Jersey Devil at Six Flags Great Adventure, and Wonder Woman Golden Lasso at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. But yeah, that just about does it for RMC, and RMC is an amazing manufacturer. It's just a shame that they don't create more coasters. And I'm so excited to ride Iron Gwazi, which is only about 2 hours away from where I am. And I'm so excited to ride Steel Vengeance, which is going to be absolutely awesome. And I don't think I'll be able to ride Zadra. It's in Poland. But yeah, I completely respect RMC, and I think if I ride more of them, I think they'll overtake Intamin for my favorite manufacturer. But yeah, that does for RMC. Another important thing to know about roller coasters is their elements. If I'm talking about an RMC hybrid, it's going to have a lot of inversions and a lot of ejector airtime, etc. But you don't know what I mean until I tell you. So that's what this part is about. The biggest thing for me is floater airtime versus ejector airtime. First of all, airtime is when you go on a hill and you actually kind of lift up out of your seat a little bit. And it's negative G's because the gravity force is actually lifting you up. But floater time is sustained tall camelback hills, they say. A lot of B&M hypers have these. But ejector airtime is when the airtime tries to launch you to the moon and it's really snappy. And that's mainly RMC's thing. And airtime, everyone loves airtime, but I'm all about the launches. There's hydraulic launches, LSM launches, and air compressed launches. Air compressed launches, well, no one uses those anymore. LSM launches are the main thing right now. They're easily Intamin's greatest innovation. LSM launches don't wear off the track like hydraulic launches do, but they're still very fast. But if you want to create a roller coaster like King de Ka or Formula Rossa that goes above 120 miles an hour, then you'll have to use a hydraulic launch. But the roller coaster won't hold up that well if you use a hydraulic launch. So it's all balance, right? But LSM launches are generally smoother. That's what they use on Velocicoaster, my favorite roller coaster all around. And but my favorite launch is actually the second launch on Velocicoaster, so I prefer LSM launches. Turns. Helixes are something you might have heard of before, and it's where it's mainly low to the ground turns, so it's where you go all the way around in a circle. An overbank turn is where there's most likely going to be a series of airtime hills, and then you will take a turn to the right or the left that goes higher than the original height, and then you'll turn back around. And you'll see roller coasters like Millennium Force, Mako, and Nitro use these. And the final thing I'm going to talk about for elements is inversions. Inversions, there's the normal loop. B&M floorless coasters will most likely have like 7. And there's B&M loves their loops. Intamin doesn't really have that many inversions, but B&M really does. A good example of this is Kraken and Dominator. They're both B&M floorless, and they both have 7 inversions. However, there are other types of inversions. The 0G roll is beloved by the roller coaster community. It is where it is a roll that is usually about 50 feet above the ground, and it has 0 G-force. I'll get into that in a sec. Then there's the 0 G stall, where it's similar, but you don't roll. It's where you turn upside down, and you're there for like 4 seconds, and then you go back to where you were. The best 0 G stall, everyone knows it, it's Zadra stall below the lift hill. And finally, there are the pretzel loops. Pretzel loops are mainly used on flying coasters in the best ways. They are packed with a G-force. You will feel your head just forced onto that seat. You literally cannot lift your head up. The G-force is so strong. On any roller coaster, on any flying coaster, you will feel that G-force. But that doesn't infer inversions. On to G-force. G-force is measured by the force of gravity by the roller coaster, or acceleration. On launches like King de Ka, you will really feel that G-force. It is so strong. Most of the time, you know there's a lot of G-force if you can't lift your head above the seat or off the seat. And there's also negative G's. So that's airtime. Airtime is negative G-force. It will actually lift you out of your seat, and the force of gravity gets lower. And 0 G rolls and 0 G stalls, they both don't have G-force. It's both normal. They're both normal like you're normally walking. And if a roller coaster has a lot of G-force, such as Intimidator 305, you will gray out or black out. It depends on the person. And it really causes for some really intense roller coasters. So that's G-force explained. And that just about does it for all the elements of a roller coaster. I can't really think of any more that I would talk about. So, yeah. overall, guys, that's roller coasters explained. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for future reference, you can just look at this video if you're confused about anything that I say in any future videos. But that's just about it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and ejector moments, I love you.